Kamusta kayo dyan? Ito na naman na inyong Tita Belle's Vlog sa Pinay in France na mamasyal sa Sevilla, Spain. Holy Week or Semana Santa in Sevilla is one of the two biggest annual festivals in Sevilla, Andalusia, Spain. It is celebrated in the week leading up to Easter, Holy Week among Christians, and features the procession of passos, floats of lifelike wooden sculptures of individual scenes, of sorrowful mysteries of the Rosary, or images of the Grieving Virgin Mary. Some of the sculptures are of great antiquity and are considered artistic masterpieces, as well as being actually and spiritually important to the local Catholic population. There are up to 3 passos in each procession. The passos dedicated to Jesus use figures of wood, wax, and wire to depict scene from the Passion and are usually covered in gold. The passos dedicated to the Virgin Mary are usually covered in silver and depict Mary weeping for her son and sometimes holding him in her arms. The procession are organized by hermandades and confradías. Religious brotherhoods members precede the passos dressed in penitential robe with capirotes, tall, pointed hoods with eye holes. The capirotes were designed so the faithful could repent in anonymity without being recognized as self-confessed sinners. Ayan guys, yung nagpo-procession na may mga hood na matataas na sombrero. Yan, mata lang ang nakikita para i-hide yung kanilang identity para hindi sila ma-recognize sa public later on. Yung hermandades naman parang hermana at hermano sa atin. Yun yung mga nagde-decorate at mga sponsor sa mga karo, yung float na tinatawag. Nearly 70 confradías, church brotherhoods take part each with their own image, as well as colorful, mysterious, elaborately decorated passos. Passos means floats. They may be accompanied by brass bands. The procession follow a design route from their home churches and chapels to the cathedral, usually via a central viewing area and back. The ones from the suburban barrios may take 14 hours to return to their home churches. Pero guys, yung procession naman, mag-start yan sa hapon, tapos mag-stop na naman ng alas 7. So mag-start na naman ng mga alas 8 hanggang alas 12 ng gabi. So alas 12 ng gabi hanggang hapon na yan. So buong gabi sa lahat ng procession na nagpipinitensya. The procession continued from Palm Sunday to Easter Sunday morning. The climax of the week is the night of Holy Thursday, when the procession set out to arrive at the cathedral on the dawn of Good Friday, known as the Madruyaga. The marching order. The core events in Semana Santa are the procession of the brotherhoods known as Estación de Penitencia, Station of Penance, from their home church or chapel to the Cathedral of Sevilla and back. The last section before arriving to the cathedral common to all brotherhoods and is called the Carrera Oficial. The standard structure of the procession is a great cross, the called cross de guia, guiding cross, is carried at the beginning of its procession. A number of people, sometimes barefoot, dressed in a habit with a distinctive pointed hood, capirote, and holding long wax candles only lit by night, marching in silence. These are the Nazarenos' colors. Forms and details of the habit are distinctive for each brotherhood. And sometimes for different occasions within the procession, Usually the Nazarenos march in pairs and are grouped behind Insignia. Moving between the lines are Diputados de Tramo, guardians who keep the formation organized. A number of the penitentes carrying wooden crosses, making public penance. They wear the habit and the hood of the Brotherhood, but the hood is not pointed. This structure repeats itself depending on the number of passos. Usually, the last paso is not followed by penitentes. Good morning, guys! Good morning, everyone! Kung saan man kayo naroon sa sulok ng mundo, ito na naman ang Pinay ng France, andito sa Seville, Spain. So today is Good Friday or Biyernes Santo dito sa Seville, Spain. Ito ang pupuntahan namin ang Catedral and doon yung the best of lahat ng Semana Santa dito. Pero kagabi, yun yung the best talaga. Yung alauna ng gabi hanggang alas 5 ng madaling araw. Yun yung procession na lahat nandun. So ayan guys, abangan nyo sa aking susunod na video. Ciao! The procession can be made up from a few hundred to near 3,000 Nazarenos and last anywhere from 4 to 14 hours depending on how far the home church is from the cathedral. The largest procession can take over an hour and a half to cross one particular spot. The oldest surviving were carved in the 16th century, though new images continue to be added. Those highly regarded artistically included Jesus del Gran Poder and Cristo de la Buena Muerta by Juan de Misa. After manood ng procession, yan, pahinga muna dito sa plaza, saglit, kasi nakakapagod, daming tao doon. Dito tahimik. Plaza Espana, it was built in 1928 for the Ibero-American Exposition of 1929. It is a landmark example of regionalism architecture, mixing elements of the Baroque Revival, Renaissance Revival, and Moorish Revival style of Spanish architecture. Why is Plaza de Espana famous for? The overwhelming Plaza de Espana is the most famous square in Sevilla, Spain. Several buildings were designed for the Ibero-American exhibition of the 1929 in and around the Maria Luisa Park. Anibal Gonzalez designed this Spanish square, which is in Spanish Renaissance style with a diameter of 200 meters. How long did it take to build Plaza Espana? Built for the Ibero-America exhibition, of 1929, Plaza de Espana is a beautiful square that is not just one of the most famous and well-loved landmarks in Sevilla, but also the entire country. Plaza de Espana is an impressive masterpiece that took 15 years to build, with some 1,000 workers each day. The Plaza de España is a spectacle of light and majesty, framed in the Maria Luisa Park. This plaza was designed by the great civil architect Anibal Gonzalez as an emblematic space of the 1929 Ibero-America Expo. The result was Plaza Palace, unique in the world. Sevilla is one of Spain's most popular destinations, home to some of the country's famed traditions like flamenco and bullfighting. The picturesque town is world famous for its exciting mix of Moorish, Christian, and Jewish architecture and history, as well as some of the most delicious tapas found in the southern Spain. What is the oldest city in Seville? The Barrio Santa Cruz, or neighborhood or parish of the Holy Cross, is the oldest part of the city of Seville, being within the city walls built by the Romans in the 1st century BC and forming the larger part of the late medieval Jewish quarter that existed here from the Christian reconquest of 1248. The first plaza, from colonial cities in Spanish America to the Spanish East Indies, there were several types of plazas serving as the center of community life. The Plaza Mayor often referred to the space centered between several administrative, religious, and government buildings. Traditional flamenco show in Seville, very intimate flamenco show for the whole family next to the Cathedral of Seville. Flamenco show in the center of Seville, a unique show at the foot of the Giralda. Seville has been one of the most important cities in the Iberian Peninsula since ancient times. The first settlers of the site had been identified with the Tartessian culture. The destruction of their settlement is attributed to the Carthaginians giving way to the emergency of the Roman city of Hispalis, built very near the Roman colony of Italica, which was only 9 kilometers northwest of present-day Sevilla. Italica, the birthplace of the Roman emperors Trajan and Hadrian, was founded in 206-205 BC. Italica is well preserved and gives an impression of how Hispalis may have looked in the later Roman period. Its ruins are now an important tourist attraction under the rule of the Visigothic kingdom. Hispalis house the royal court of some occasions. Ayan guys, meron na naman flamenco dancers dito sa plaza. Kaya nanood muna tayo saglit. Ito maganda kasi maganda yung kanyang uniform, red na red. Kanina maganda rin dahil yung isa doon kanina ay black. So, siya naman red. Kaya yan. I hope you enjoy guys watching this flamenco dance. So ayan guys, dyan magtatapos ang ating araw dito sa panunood ng procession. Bukas naman, sa susunod na naman may procession kasi araw-araw yan isang linggo na procession. So hanggang dito na lamang guys, dito magtatapos ang ating araw ngayon. At sana one day marating nyo din ang Sevilla, Spain kasi ito ang the best and famous Semana Santa in the world. So I hope you enjoy watching. See you in my next vlog. Ciao, ciao!